let's explore how to add curtain walls into our Keystone building. In order to do that, we're going to kind of focus on an exterior wall within our building design. I'm going to probably start down here where I kind of put this room in a previous video. So I'm going to go ahead and move to level 1 floor plan. And here I'm kind of going to be in that bottom quadrant again, bottom left kind of area of the screen here. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the wall command. We're going to go ahead and we're going to scroll down past kind of all the preset walls, and then you're going to see a section called curtain wall. I'm going to I'm going to select curtain wall, and I'm just going to draw one in right here outside of the building. I'm going to select cancel twice to stop drawing. If I select this and make sure my arrows are going out to the outside for the exterior, and I'm going to move back to the 3D view. A curtain wall, when you just utilize it, is just a pane of glass. So we can take a look at the different types. If I select that, and you can see, you can always kind of adjust the properties, but I'm going to change that type over to now to an exterior glazing. Exterior glazing is going to give you the sections of the panes of glass, but there's no mullions in there in order to kind of give it some structure. So for this particular video, I'm going to go ahead and change this over to add the mullions in. We can do that with the tool, but there's also a setting called the Storefront curtain wall. So, and it'll automatically do that for you. Couple things to kind of look at with this. If I edit the type, you're going to be able to see what kind of spacing, vertical and horizontal. Vertical grid is set at 5 feet. Horizontal is set at 8 feet. So you're able to kind of look at those particular, kind of the sizes that are there for this particular grid. Later on, we can duplicate this wall and we can actually change some of those settings and everything there. So one thing that I like to do with this particular curtain wall is, number one, the top constraint. The top constraint is set to level 2 framing. I'm going to go ahead and select that, and I like to set this to unconnected, and this allows me to control the height of the wall. So what I like to do here is I like to change this maybe to, let's say, 8 feet, and I'll hit apply. You're going to see from the settings, this is going to give you just kind of one pane of glass tall because of the height that was established in the properties. So 8 feet is what this looks like. I like this pretty well. If you go to 10 feet and hit apply, you're going to see it's going to automatically add another pane of glass for a second row that goes above. So let's go ahead and play around with this just a little bit. So I'm actually going to go head back to level 1. In order to put this into the wall, I'm going to go ahead. Usually the best property is to go ahead, and I like to select the wall itself, and I like to use the move tool. Selecting move, I like to pick kind of like right here in the middle of the wall, usually when I see a purple triangle on the midpoint, and I'm going to move until I get it right here. You're going to see a blue dashed line that shows up right in the largest part of the white, which would be the structure of this wall. And I'm going to click, and you're going to see it's going to make a cutout and put that wall right there, that curtain wall right in here for our exterior. Couple things that might be helpful is this wall right now, the base of it, when I have it selected, you'll notice how the outline kind of shows up when you have the whole thing. If you click on an individual element like this mullion, then it'll kind of show up there. But if I click the whole thing, you'll see the base constraint is set to level 1, which is why we're able to see the floor in this particular room. If we don't want the wall to go down that far, we can go ahead and take a look at kind of adjusting that. So like here's that concrete sill that we talked about. I'm going to go to the annotate tab, and you're going to see something called a spot elevation. So when I select this, I can actually pick a spot and look, and I can see that this is setting 3 feet, and there we can kind of get that a little bit better in the view. 3 feet 6 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to remember that number, and I'm just going to hit escape, and hit escape one more time, or right click and cancel twice to stop using the command. And I'm going to select the wall, and in the base offset in the properties, I'm going to just set that equal to that particular measurement that I saw. So 3 feet 6 3/4 of an inch. If I hit apply, that's going to bump that up. You're going to see all of that concrete masonry unit come back, and you're going to see that concrete sill is going to come back as well. And that way, this is not right there on, be able to see the floor. Now, if you want to create a custom curtain wall, I'm going to go ahead and select this one, select edit type, and we're going to duplicate, and we can call this, Keystone curtain wall or something like that. You can always give it a more descriptive name. And what I'm going to do here is now I can go ahead and set like the vertical grid spacing. Maybe I want to make this even. Maybe I want to make it 5 by 5. If I hit apply on that, hit OK, you're going to see now we get a 5 by 5 grid that'll show up on this particular curtain wall. And you can actually set this up how you would like. So this is one of the opportunities that you have to kind of create more light inside of your building and improve the aesthetics of it, and have control over the design of that particular curtain wall. So this has been just a real quick glance of how you can add a curtain wall into your building and increase the appearance of the aesthetics of your design.